All right, so golf.
Golf.
It's well, it's not exactly known for like crazy drama, right?
Right.
But lately,
Lately, it's been anything but.
yeah, and that's why we're doing this deep dive.
Exactly.
We're going way beyond the headlines.
It's way
To
beyond.
really understand what's going on,
And why it should matter.
even if you're not, a diehard golfer.
Right. Even if you've never even picked up a club. This is fascinating stuff.
It is.
I mean, you've got this unprecedented meeting, right, with golf stars, a former U.S. president,
Yeah.
and this ongoing power struggle in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking high stakes. We're talking financial deals.
$1 billion deals.
Yeah, billions of dollars.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia's involvement,
Mm-hmm.
global implications. It's a lot.
Okay, so how did we even get to this point?
Right.
Like, how did golf become
Well, all started with
like a Game of Thrones episode or something?
right. It all started with LIV Golf.
Livy?
They came out swinging, and they lured away
Mm-hmm.
some of the PGA Tour's biggest names.
Okay, like who are we talking?
Phil Mickelson,
Okay, yeah.
Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson.
Big names.
Huge names. And with these contracts, you wouldn't believe
Yeah.
the money they're throwing around.
Yeah, that's great.
And they're not just going after any players.
Right.
They're going after the guys known for their, aggressive style
Okay.
and their global appeal.
Global appeal, so it's strategic.
Very strategic.
Yeah.
They want to shake things up, change the image of golf, Put entertainment first,
Yeah.
even if it ruffles a few feathers.
Right, so it's a clash of styles, for sure.
Absolutely.
But it's also this clash of,
Money
money.
and power. Yeah.
And Live Golf has, well,
The Saudi Public Investment Fund, the PIF.
the PAF, right?
That's where their money comes from.
And that's where things get a little controversial.
Yeah.
Sports washing.
Ooh, sports washing.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so sports washing is basically when a country
Mhm.
uses sports to make their image look better,
Okay.
right? To distract from maybe some negative stuff, like
Yeah.
human rights issues, for instance.
Right, and that's why people are,
They're raising concerns.
yeah, concerned.
Because Saudi Arabia's human rights record, well,
It's not the best.
it's not great.
So you've got to think about that as a fan too, right?
Absolutely.
Like where you want your money to go.
Right. Who are you supporting?
Yeah.
It's a question we all have to ask ourselves.
So we've got this established PGA Tour,
Yeah.
then this brash upstart Livy,
Big money behind them.
yeah, and then out of nowhere,
Enter Donald Trump.
Donald Trump
Trying to broker a truce, can you believe it?
what?
Jay Monahan, the PGA Tour commissioner, Tiger Woods, Adam Scott,
Yeah,
they all met with Trump to talk about a potential merger.
a merger between the PGA Tour and Livy Golf.
That's the idea.
Wow.
And Trump, of course, he's got those close ties to LIV Golf.
Right, his courses have hosted some of their events.
Exactly. And he's been very public
Yeah.
about wanting to see golf reunite.
So is he a neutral party in all of this?
Well, that's what some people are wondering.
Yeah.
Is he really trying to find a fair deal?
Right.
Or is he going to favor LIV Golf?
It definitely adds another layer to this whole thing.
It does.
And then you've got the legal stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. The Department of Justice is sniffing around.
Right.
Antitrust issues,
Mhm.
They're worried about a monopoly.
Right.
If these two leagues combine, that's a lot of power. Control over players, tournaments, media rights.
So this could actually hurt golf.
It could stifle competition
Yeah.
and drive up costs for fans.
Wow. So this is about more than just who wins the next tournament.
It's about the future of golf, the whole structure of the sport.
So if a merger does happen, what would that even look like?
Right. What would a unified golf world look like?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to even imagine.
Well, imagine this. You got all the top players
Okay.
from both tours. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Dustin Johnson,
All playing together,
all competing against each other week after week.
that would be intense.
Right. And maybe you take Livy Golf's team format,
Yeah.
blend it with the PGA Tour's individual stroke play,
Okay. Yeah.
create a whole new viewing experience,
Interesting.
and maybe you get a leaner season, too.
Okay. Fewer tournaments.
Fewer tournaments, higher stakes.
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy's talked about how grueling the PGA Tour's schedule is.
50 tournaments. It's a lot.
It's a grind, so maybe a merger. could help with that.
Yeah, like a golf heavyweight
Yes,
championship.
exactly. The best of the best going head to head.
But then wouldn't you lose something too?
That's the question.
Like, what about LIV Golf's energy?
Yeah.
The night golf, the music, the whole atmosphere.
Yeah, it's more relaxed, like a party almost.
Does that disappear?
Yeah.
Or does it get absorbed into the more traditional format?
Yeah.
Does the PGA Tour loosen up a bit?
And what about the Saudi influence?
Right. How much control would the PIF have?
Yeah.
Is it a true merger of equals?
Right.
Or is it a takeover?
These are big questions.
Huge questions.
So while all of this is happening, while they're figuring this out,
the game goes on.
the game goes on. So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about what's happening on the course.
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah, because the rivalry is playing out in real time.
Absolutely. So the Mexico Open.
Mexico Open happening right now.
On the PGA Tour, Akshay Bhatia is the favorite.
Bhatia. Okay, what makes him the favorite?
Well, Vidanta Vallarta, where they're playing, it's one of the longest courses on tour.
Okay, so length is key here.
Yeah, it's a real test of skill and stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Plays to Bhatia's strengths.
Okay.
The defending champ, Knapp,
Mm-hmm.
he's a long shot.
Yeah. But keep an eye on Patrick Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Okay, he's had some good results at Vidanta before.
All right, good to know.
Good to know.
Now, what about LIV Golf?
Well, Joaquin Niemann, he's dominating their current event.
Okay.
But surprisingly,
Yeah.
Cam Smith and Dustin Johnson,
Big names.
yeah, they haven't scored any points yet.
Wow, that's a surprise.
It is. It'll be interesting to see if they can turn things around.
I always love those underdog stories.
Yeah.
And LIV Golf, they always seem to have these, like, unexpected moments.
Right.
Remember Patrick Reed's hole-in-one?
At the watering hole, yeah.
The watering hole in Adelaide? I mean, in the atmosphere at their events, it's just different.
It is. It's a different vibe.
I saw this footage of grandmothers, like, dancing in the stand.
During a night golf event, yeah.
Night golf is like a party.
It's a party. It's fun.
Very different from a traditional golf tournament.
Right. But that different vibe, it's starting to gain some legitimacy.
Okay, how so?
The Open Championship and the U.S. Open,
Okay, the majors?
they're offering spots to top LIV Golf players now.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It's a sign that LIV Golf is here to stay.
Right.
And it gives players like Jon Rahm, whose world ranking has dropped.
Since joining LIV Golf.
Yeah, since joining LIV, it gives them a chance to compete on the biggest stage.
So even with all this chaos, all this uncertainty,
Yeah.
the game goes on.
It does.
And what's interesting is
Yeah.
this isn't just about, like, a rivalry between two tours.
Yeah.
It's about the evolution of golf itself.
Exactly.
It's about, how the game is changing.
On and off the course.
And all these changes are connected.
They are. And in part two,
Mhm.
we're going to delve deeper into some of those changes.
Okay.
The rise of women's golf,
Yeah.
the impact of technology,
Mm-hmm.
the efforts to make golf more accessible,
More inclusive.
more inclusive. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We've been talking about the drama at the top, like all those shakeups in pro golf.
Right, right.
But what does it mean for the everyday golfer?
That's a great question.
Is this just a spectator sport?
Yeah.
Or are these changes actually impacting
They are.
the game at all levels?
It's impacting the game at every level.
Okay.
Yeah. How so?
Well, it's not just about, like, who wins the next big championship, you know?
Right.
It's about how golf is played, how it's consumed, how technology is changing the whole fabric of the sport.
You mentioned technology, and I wanted to ask you about
Yeah.
Tiger and Rory's new thing,
Right.
TGL.
TGL, yeah.
This tech-infused golf league.
Tech-infused, yeah.
Is that just a gimmick? Or is that like a sign of where golf is headed?
I think TGL is definitely pushing the boundaries of what golf can be,
Yeah.
They've got those massive screens.
Yeah. Live music, faster pace of play.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe
It's
than your typical PGA Tour event.
Yeah.
They're trying to appeal to a younger crowd,
Mm-hmm.
more tech-savvy audience.
Yeah.
And I think they're onto something.
Yeah, I've seen some of the simulations and graphics.
Right. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It's mind-blowing. And it's not just TGL.
Yeah.
The use of data analytics,
Yeah.
shot tracking, virtual reality, all of that's becoming more common.
Yeah, it's true. I've even started using some of those apps myself,
Right.
like to analyze my swing, track my stats.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much information is available now.
It is.
And it's not just for the pros anymore.
That's for everyone.
Because this data revolution, it's changing how golfers train.
How they prepare for tournaments. Even how courses are designed.
So even if I'm not, like,
right.
playing for millions of dollars, I can still benefit from all of this.
Absolutely. The technology, the training methods that they're developing at the elite level, it's trickling down to amateur golfers.
Right.
So you've got access to tools and information that were only available to pros before.
That's pretty cool.
It's like having a virtual caddy in your pocket, you know, helping you analyze your game, make smarter decisions.
Yeah, and as the game keeps evolving, I imagine we'll see even more innovation.
Oh, yeah.
Not just in technology, but like
equipment, course design, the whole golf experience.
The whole experience.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's an exciting time to be a golfer, that's for sure.
Now, while all this is happening, we've got these other trends that are reshaping golf too.
Absolutely.
That go beyond like the PGA Tour and LIV Golf.
Right.
Have you noticed like the surge in popularity of women's golf?
Absolutely. Women's golf is having a moment.
It's really cool to see.
It is. The LPGA Tour is seeing bigger audiences, more sponsorship, more interest overall. Yeah. And for good reason.
Yeah.
I mean, the talent is incredible.
Yeah, players like Nelly Korda. Jin Young Ko.
Lydia Ko.
They're amazing.
They're not just great golfers.
Right.
They're inspiring a whole new generation.
Yeah, and it's not just the pros either.
Right.
More women are just like picking up golf
at the recreational level
for fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
It seems like golf is becoming more diverse.
More inclusive.
Yeah. What do you think is driving that?
I think it's a few things. Yeah. I think golf is becoming more accessible.
Okay.
There's this focus on health and wellness these days. And the demographics of the golf community are changing.
Okay, so courses are becoming more welcoming.
Yeah, to families, to beginners, And there are more programs designed to introduce the game to people from all different backgrounds.
It's great to hear, I think. For a long time, golf had this reputation
of being exclusive.
Elitist. Yeah, like a rich man's game.
Right.
So it's good to see that changing.
It's changing. There's no doubt golf has had its issues with accessibility, inclusivity.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people working to change that.
Okay, so like what are they doing?
Well, there are programs that provide affordable access to courses, equipment, instruction.
Right.
And there are organizations working to introduce golf to underprivileged communities, to promote diversity in the sport.
So there's a real push to make golf more welcoming,
absolutely,
more inclusive. And why is that so important?
Well, for one thing, it's just the right thing to do.
Right.
You know, golf should be for everyone.
Yeah.
Not just for a select few. But beyond that, it's important for the future of the game. Yeah. You know, if golf wants to thrive, it needs to appeal to a wider audience. It needs to be seen as fun, accessible, something that anyone can enjoy.
I couldn't agree more. Now, let's circle back to technology for a minute.
Okay.
We talked about TGL. But what other innovations are shaping the future of golf?
Well, you've got these new golf simulators.
Okay, yeah, the simulators.
That are incredibly realistic.
Well, I've heard about those.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try one.
You should. They're amazing.
Yeah.
They use advanced sensors, graphics, even AI to create this immersive experience.
Wow.
You can play any course in the world, any weather conditions, from the comfort of your own home.
So you can play golf in the middle of winter.
Exactly.
Without leaving your living room.
That's the beauty of it.
That's pretty cool.
And they're not just for fun, you know? Pros use them for training and practice, too.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can control everything.
You control the weather, the course layout.
The time of day.
It's like your own personal golf lab.
That's amazing. So what else is on the horizon? Is there anything even more like futuristic than these simulators?
Well, there's augmented reality.
Okay.
You know, which is, it's this technology that overlays digital information onto the real world.
Right.
So imagine you're wearing these AR glasses while you're playing golf.
Okay.
You could see the distance to the pin, the layout of the green, the wind speed and direction, all displayed right in front of you.
That sounds like something out of a movie.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not that far off.
Really?
Yeah, this technology is being developed. It's being tested.
Wow.
So augmented reality could be a common feature in golf.
In the near future.
In the near future.
So we're talking about a future where golfers have access to
all sorts of data and information.
Yeah.
Right there on the course.
That's pretty wild.
It's wild. And it's not just about, making the game more high tech.
Right.
It's about helping golfers improve,
So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. You get a better experience.
Yeah.
And you get a better game.
It's amazing how technology is transforming golf.
It is.
And it sounds like we're just scratching the surface.
We are. Who knows what's next, right?
Right.
But one thing is clear.
What's that?
Golf is not just a sport anymore.
Right.
It's a technological marvel.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so fascinating. It's like this convergence of sports, technology, entertainment.
It's a brave new world for golf.
It is a brave new world.
And it's exciting to watch it all unfold.
I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From the power struggles
at the top
of the pro game, to the efforts to make golf more inclusive, and all these technological advancements.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, and it all points to the fact that golf is at a crossroads,
Yeah.
but it's also a time of incredible opportunity.
It is.
But before we get too far ahead of ourselves,
right?
Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned.
Okay.
And then in the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore what this all means for the future of golf.
The future of golf.
So don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've covered a lot.
We have, haven't we?
Yeah. The PGA Tour, LIV Golf, that whole rivalry, the rise of women's golf, the impact of technology, the push for inclusivity.
A lot to take in.
It's a lot. So as we wrap up, I kind of want to shift our focus to the future.
Okay. Yeah.
What does all of this mean?
For golf.
Yeah, for the long-term health of the sport.
That's the big question. Is all this chaos actually a sign of evolution?
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the headlines,
right.
The controversies.
Drama.
Yeah. But if we step back, look at the bigger picture. We see a sport that's transforming.
That's a good way to put it.
Right.
It's like sometimes you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Exactly. The old ways are being challenged. New ideas are emerging.
And the sport is being reshaped.
For a new generation.
A new generation, exactly.
Yeah, it's messy, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
But it's also exciting.
It is exciting.
So instead of viewing this as a crisis,
right,
maybe we should see it as an opportunity.
I like that.
Yeah, a chance for golf to reinvent itself, become even more relevant.
More engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it.
So the challenges today are actually opportunities.
Absolutely.
For growth, innovation, positive change.
And we're already seeing it.
We are.
With the diversity and inclusivity efforts.
Embrace of technology.
Yeah.
Leagues like TGL pushing the boundaries.
Yeah. So I'm curious, what do you think the next 5 to 10 years holds for golf?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Any bold predictions?
Well, I think we'll see the lines between sports, technology, entertainment, they'll blur even more.
Okay.
Yeah. Golf will become even more immersive, more interactive, augmented reality, virtual reality, playing a bigger role in the fan experience.
Wow, yeah.
And maybe we'll see personalized data-driven coaching.
So for everyone, not just the pros.
Exactly, for everyone.
That would be amazing.
Imagine getting real-time feedback on your swing while you're on the course.
That would be incredible.
It would change everything.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see the diversification of the sport continue. More women, people of color, people from all different backgrounds.
Yeah.
Taking up the game, golf will become more accessible, more welcoming.
That's a future I can get behind.
Yeah. So what can our listeners do?
To stay informed.
Yeah, stay informed, stay engaged.
Well, first and foremost, stay curious.
Okay.
Explore the game.
Yeah.
From the traditional to the cutting edge. Don't be afraid to try new things.
Right.
Play on a simulator. Check out a night golf event.
Yeah.
Follow the LPGA Tour.
Expand your horizons. Embrace the evolution.
Exactly. And stay engaged in the conversation.
Yeah.
Read articles, listen to podcasts like this one.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts, your opinions.
Yeah.
The future of golf is being shaped right now.
Right now.
And everyone has a role to play.
That's a great point. This isn't just something happening to golf.
Right.
It's something happening with golf.
Exactly. We're all part of it.
Yeah. And remember, at its core, golf is a game.
It is.
So amidst all the drama,